Robert Chip Olson, a former Atlanta police officer, was recently charged and sentenced to 12 years in prison for the fatal shooting of a naked man in 2015. In 2015, Olson was called to an apartment complex where a naked African American man was said to be acting erratically, and it resulted in his death. Here to give us more insight on this story is Dr. Yue Thompson. Dr. Thompson, you know, we seem to find these stories of unarmed black men being shot to become more and more frequent.
Yes, Nietzsche, it's becoming an epidemic, unfortunately, in this country. Continuously unarmed black men are being shot and killed, and most times the cops are getting away with it. They're not losing their jobs, and they're not spending any time behind bars. This case is certainly one of those that, you know, we don't take delight in the man's death, but at least the officer, ex-officer, is required to pay for what he has done behind bars. The judge did sentence him to 20 years, of which he has to do 12 with 8 years of probation. But what's most troubling about this case is not only that the unarmed black man was naked, acting erratically, but he was a veteran suffering from bipolar disorder as well as post-traumatic stress syndrome. And this makes it even more heartbreaking because this young man lost his life simply at the hand of a trigger-sensitive cop who chose to use deadly force instead of just calming the man down and reaching some other alternative other than his life being lost.
26-year-old Anthony Hill is who lost his life in this situation. Dr. Thompson, the thing that's unique here is that this sentencing is, you know, kind of on the heels of the Amber Geiger case and another gentleman who were sentenced this year also. So what do you have to say to that?
Well, I wish, as you know, the prosecutor said that he had gotten the maximum amount of time. We can only hope for the best in these instances. Almost never does ex-police officers get any time whatsoever. So it is hopeful that he will spend at least some time behind bars. And I take comfort in knowing that this man's family has taken comfort in the sentencing that the judge meted out. But you know, I think it's noteworthy to talk about DeKalb County attorney, Miss Boston. She says, you know, a badge and a gun and a uniform does not give you a license to kill with impunity. And I think that sums this story up. And I think all officers across this country must examine themselves and must be held accountable when in fact they indeed break the law and take an innocent life.
You know, I've said this before when we've reported on a story of an unarmed black male or female for that matter being gunned down, that I'm hoping that we can begin to put laws and strategies and policies and background checks in place so that we do not have to continue to have this situation, which is kind of starting to feel like an epidemic. As always, Dr. Yue Thompson,
Absolutely.
Thank you for awesome reporting.
Thank you, Nietzsche.